Hello, brothers. Today we are going to talk about a topic I know many of you wrestle with late at night. Why is it that the more you try to explain, the more you try to love and pursue her, the more she pushes boundaries, loses respect, and eventually walks away? Have you ever been in this situation? You send a long message, almost like a full essay, trying to explain why you did what you did, hoping she will understand. But all you get back is a cold silence or a short, dismissive reply. You start to feel like you are losing your position, always the one chasing, always trying to please, and the result is nothing but exhaustion and a sense of being taken for granted. The truth is, there is a subtle psychological shift happening in women that makes them feel uneasy and uncomfortable. Not because you are doing something wrong, but because you have taken back your power in a way that seems almost unbelievable in its simplicity. You stop reacting. In this video, I'm going to break down 4 critical pressure points that make women go crazy, in a positive sense, meaning desire and respect. When you stop chasing, stay until the end, because the twist at the climax will completely change how you see relationships. Before we begin, hit like and subscribe if you want to reclaim your masculine edge. Now buckle up, let us get started. Point 1. Stop explaining and hold your frame. What is the biggest mistake men make when they are tested? It is over-explaining. The moment you start explaining too much, you are unintentionally sending a message. I am asking for your understanding. In red pill psychology, this is called losing your frame. Your frame is your unshakable sense of self. It is the reality you create. When you explain excessively, you step into her frame, where she becomes the judge and you become the one on trial. Let me tell you a story. I have a friend, let us call him Nam. He loved his girlfriend deeply, but whenever she got upset over something unreasonable, he would spend hours texting, trying to explain himself. What happened? She became even more annoyed and started calling him needy. Why? Because his explanations signaled weakness. Women do not need a man who is good at defending himself. They need a man who has standards. Here is how you recognize it. When she throws a criticism that feels like a test, remember this. Silence is the strongest response. Instead of defending yourself, either stay silent or respond briefly and calmly. That silence forces her to process her own behavior instead of continuing to attack you. Think about it. How many times have you burned yourself out trying to explain everything? Point 2. The power of non-reactivity. Women are very skilled at using a man's reactions to measure their influence. When they put you in an uncomfortable situation, they are watching to see how easily you are affected. Here, I want to introduce a method called the gray rock technique. It teaches you to become as emotionally unresponsive and uninteresting as a gray rock on the side of the road when faced with emotional provocation. When you do not react, manipulation or provocation loses its fuel. Consider this real-life example. She deliberately replies late or shows attitude to see if you will get upset. A reactive man will panic or get angry, but a man in control stays calm and focused on what he is doing. Your calmness sends a message. You do not control my emotional state. When you do not flinch, your value in her eyes rises sharply because you demonstrate strong emotional control. Point 3. Outcome neutrality. Most men tie their self-worth to whether she stays or leaves. If she leaves me, I am a failure. That mindset makes you look extremely needy. Real power comes when you become neutral about the outcome. It means you are willing to lose her rather than compromise your standards. Women can feel this sense of detachment, and it makes them fear losing you more than ever. Imagine you are a mountain, and her emotions or presence are just clouds. Clouds come and go, sometimes storms, sometimes sunshine, but the mountain remains unmoved. When she threatens to leave, instead of begging, you calmly say, "If that is your decision, I respect it," and continue living your life well. This attitude, indifferent but not hostile, is devastating to her sense of control. You are not angry, you are simply no longer controlled by the fear of abandonment. Point 4. Stop rewarding inconsistency. One of the most common mistakes is that men respond to inconsistency with consistency. She ignores you all day, and at night you send her sweet, caring messages. What are you doing? You are rewarding bad behavior. Power returns through absence. If she takes all day to reply, you do not complain or act sarcastic. You simply respond calmly when you are actually free. Do not punish, but do not chase either. Let the rhythm of the relationship Reveal the true level of interest from both sides. When access to your attention is no longer free and unconditional, she will have to invest effort to earn it. Now, here is the part I really need you to pay attention to. Most men think women will hate your silence or emotional distance. You are afraid that if you stop chasing, she will leave. But the shocking truth is this: women do not actually hate your silence or your strength. What they truly hate is losing control over your emotions. When you stop reacting, you are no longer emotional prey. You become unpredictable. That mystery and self-contained value create a powerful attraction that forces her to respect you, something that pleasing or begging can never achieve. She goes crazy because she no longer holds the remote control to you, and that is exactly when she starts wanting to win you over. In summary, to regain your position and respect in a relationship, you need to master 4 keys. Stop explaining. Hold your frame. Stop reacting. Become a gray rock in the face of emotional provocation. Be neutral about the outcome. Be ready to walk away if your standards are not met. Stop rewarding unconditionally. Give effort only to those who earn it. True power does not come from controlling others, but from controlling yourself. You cannot change her. You can only change how you respond. Here is some practical advice for you right now. Next time she sends a provocative message, wait at least 1 hour before replying and keep your response direct and to the point. Focus on your career and personal growth instead of constantly checking your phone. Remember this: you earn respect not by respecting others unconditionally, but by respecting your own value. If you found this valuable, share it with other brothers who are stuck in the endless loop of over-explaining. Do not forget to comment your story or a situation you are dealing with. I will pick the best ones to respond to in the next video. Live like a man who has options, not someone begging to be chosen. Stay strong, and I will see you in the next video.